Welcome to the first of the Foundation Accelerator webinars. So Fledge is a global network of impact accelerators. One other thing that we launched this year at Fledge is the Angel Accelerator. So what we decided last year was that it's not good enough to just teach entrepreneurs how to be entrepreneurs. I said earlier, we like to build ecosystems. And so part of that ecosystem is teaching more people how to invest in companies like these, so that there's more money flowing into companies like these so that they have a better chance of success. And here we are today kicking off the third of our legs of our stool, the Foundation Accelerator. And the Foundation Accelerator is providing similar information to the Angel Accelerator, but tuned to foundations and family offices. Why do we call this an accelerator? Isn't it just a training class, right? Accelerators for the last 10 years, 12 years have been in the purview of startups. Well, there's a lot of things out of accelerators that are useful that will help investors just as much as they help startups. First and foremost, it's not about training. It's not just about training. It's about training and actually do it. So we will be making investments inside this accelerator at the end after we've filled up your brains with some knowledge. Second part, there's been incubators for years, but what accelerators did different is that they brought together cohorts of companies. They brought together a cohort of peers, and we're doing the same in the Angel Accelerator and the Foundation Accelerator. We're bringing together 5, 10, 15 foundations who can all learn from each other while they're doing this together. And then afterwards, a lot of people misunderstand that accelerators are really short. And I'll get to that in a second here. Well, no, the intense part, the training part is short, and then they never end. They end whenever the participants stop talking. But that's not the week after, or 2 weeks after, or a month after, like a lot of conferences. This cohort structure creates relationships that last for years. Third point here is to learn how to do this in a structured way. Most of investing is learned in much more of an apprentice manner. We're going to try and get rid of the apprentice manner and turn it into a class and an execution all wrapped together. And we're going to do that in just 10 weeks. And the reason we're going to do it in such a short period of time is it makes things happen. We could stretch this out and do it once a month for 6 months or 12 months, and we'll actually get less done in more time than if we do it in 10 weeks once a week. And then we're going to all work together at the end. We're going to pool some capital together, and we're going to make investments together, and we're going to learn by doing this together. So the format of this is that this is the first workshop of 4 that are free, open to anyone who wants to join in. And then after those 4 workshops, we'll ask who wants to join in for real, who wants to do the 10-week program. That begins on Thursday, April 23rd, and it runs for 10 weeks through June 25th. There's a cost to this. So the point of this is not just to transfer some knowledge, but to actually make investments. So we're going to turn around and we're going to ask every foundation or family that wants to join in to write a check of $55,000. 50,000 of that goes into a pool of capital that we'll use to invest together, and 5,000 is the cost of running the program. We're going to do all these as recoverable grants. Okay, we're just assuming you don't know how to invest yet, and so we're going to make it simple. We have a partner called Realize Impact. They have a brand new program launched a month or 2 ago that's all about recoverable grants. So you just make a grant to them. We'll send you back the proceeds if there are any. We expect there'll be some. And this is run by Fledge. So this is my accelerator. And we're a for-profit venture capital fund, but a really tiny venture capital fund. We have $3 million that we've raised from 67 investors. And we just made our 100th investment. So today's workshop, today's webinar is how does this work? And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into what we're going to cover. Next week, we're going to talk about the differences between impact investing and philanthropy and the benefits and the downsides of this too. The third week, we're going to talk about the realities of startups. So we're going to try and get you to understand what it's like on the other side of the table, to hear what they need and what they want and what they expect of investors and grantors for that matter. And then in the last week, we're going to look a little deeper into the preview of what's coming in the 10 weeks, take all the Q&A you have that's come up over those 4 weeks, and then look for commitments.